Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to yet, surprise, another gunpla review, and today I'm taking a look at the high-grade After Colony Leo Space Type. So once again, this right here is a premium Bandai kit. These can be hard to get outside of Asia, so if you're looking for a proxy buying company to get one of these for you, then you can check out Zenmarket. I've put a link down there in the description. I've made a video once before showing how to use their service, so I'll put a link to that as well as some juicy Japanese keywords to use to find the premium Bandai that you're looking for. But anyway, on to the review right here. So right out of the gate, you can see that this is, and you probably know already, that this is a color variant of the standard high-grade Leo. If you've seen my review on the high-grade Leo, it's an absolutely awesome grunt kit. It's inexpensive, it's super easy to build. For example, all the parts for the legs, all the parts for the arms, all that sort of thing are all sectioned out in the runner, so essentially, if you've built one already, you will not need to use the instructions anymore, so it's perfectly made to build an army of these guys. I cannot recommend the standard Leo enough, but onto this guy right here. This is exactly the same kit in purple with a few differences. So because it's exactly the same kit, I'm not going to go through everything in full detail. For example, the articulation, we would have seen that already. Of course, I'll put the link to that review in a card right here, so if you want to see the details about the core kit. This time around, I'm going to talk about what is unique to this guy right here. So first off, I'm just going to strip off all the parts that are new on this and pop all these parts on right here because all the original parts do come in the box. So the biggest obvious difference straight away is the color. The standard version is in green, makes sense, it's for using on Earth, a lot of the Earth is green, and this one right here is space use. So of course it's in a more purple darkish color, like space. So there it is, side by side with the standard Leo, and as you can see, identical besides the color. When it comes to color, especially in Bandai's model kits, there is something that the color really does affect, and that is how apparent the nub marks are. The darker the color, seems to be like navy blues, purples, etc. seem to mark up a lot. And the Leo design is very basic, so all the nubs are on the surface. You can see them all there, and that is with a single snip. Even if you do the double snip technique, that's not going to save you here. I recommend, if you are building this kit, to nip off the nub about 1 millimeter or so away from the surface, then sand it away. That's the only way you're going to avoid these marks. Even the standard Leo did have these as well, but they're very apparent on this color of plastic. Besides that though, it looks pretty damn awesome. Because I've already taken a look at the articulation in the standard Leo review, I'm going to gloss over it quite quickly, but the articulation is great on this. It's such a simple little kit that you can pretty much eke out whatever you want. I will mention build-wise there are a couple of irritating aspects, same as the standard version. Bandai really needs to pull it together with these waists. They're happening quite a bit. This standard ball joint here, very loose, just like with the GBN base Gundam. The ankle armor on here is attached just by this little ball and socket, so that pops off all the time. So those two aspects are a little bit on the annoying side, but if you keep them in mind while you're posing it, hold on to just the right parts. If you're mindful that they may fall apart, then you can completely circumvent this completely. Just keep it in mind. But anyway, let's jump right into what makes the space type, and that, besides the color, is the awesome set of accessories. This thing comes with quite the loadout that puts the standard Leo to absolute and utter shame. With the standard Leo, all we got was the shoulder shield, 2 beam sabers, as well as a 105mm rifle. This time around, we get all of that and much more. Just look at that. So first off, let's talk about what builds this into the space type. We've got this brand new set of shoulders. These are very nicely detailed. Unlike the standard version that just clips on, this clips on with these circular parts which split it up and make it look very nice. We've got a brand new backpack that sticks onto the back right here, just like we saw in the anime. Of course, this right here is for more mobility in space. That definitely looks pretty damn rad there. So with those shoulders and the backpack attached, this Leo is ready for space use. And as for the weaponry this thing comes with, this comes with quite a nice array of weaponry. Once again, we do have the same 2 beam sabers we saw before, as well as that 105mm rifle. That's because they came on the standard runners, because we all know traditional standard ammunition won't work in space, so this comes with a variety of beam weaponry. First up is the colony type beam rifle. This can be built into 2 different forms. That's the short form right here, as well as the long type. So that's pretty cool that we have this variable weapon in here, so there is that choice between both forms. I will mention that there are no stickers included in this box, so that means there are no stickers for the sights on here, so if you want them to look a little bit more dynamic, you might want to paint those. Next in its arsenal is the short type beam rifle. This is quite similar in design to the colony type beam rifle, just this time around it doesn't have that sight on top and it is quite a bit bigger. Both of these do have a bit of a pistol vibe, and you know what I think about dual wielding pistol mecha, and that of course is that they're awesome, so that is an option in here. Next up in here we've got the long type beam rifle. Unlike the colony rifle we saw before that has a short and long form, this beam rifle is its own beam rifle, so there it is side by side with the short type beam rifle, and it is essentially the same thing, just with this handle on top and longer barrel. So in total in here we do have 3 beam rifles as well as the 105mm rifle. Like I said, this thing is packing some serious wallop. And speaking of serious wallop, the last thing we have in here, and for me the highlight of this kit, is the Mega Beam Cannon. This is one beast of a weapon. Out of all the weapons, this is the only one with a moving part. That is the handle here towards the front that can flip to the side to be held with the other hand like so. And all in all, this is one deadly looking weapon. So lastly, there is an overview of all those weapons again. So as you can see, we have a serious total of 5 different long-range weapons in here as well as one option. Again, this is really, really cool and puts the standard Leo to shame. Absolutely to shame. So that is it for the review, and what can I say? If you want yourself a Leo packing tons of heat, then this might be the one you want. Of course, because it is Premium Bandai, getting your hands on this will cost quite a bit more than the standard Leo, so there is just the option of buying a bunch of normal Leos and getting yourself an army. However, I have to say the weapons that come with this, especially that Mega Beam Launcher, are so damn cool. They look great. This is the second release of the 3 different types of Leos available, not including the MPD one from Gundam Build Divers, and out of them all, this is the one that comes with the most weapons. The flight type one that you can see right there as well, I will be reviewing that very soon. Again, another awesome kit, so make sure to come back for that one. But once again, if you do want a Leo space type of your own, or you're looking for some rare and difficult to find gunpla, then check out the link down there in the description. You can have a look through Zenmarket, see what you can find. Make sure to come back for more gunpla reviews, and of course, I'll see you next time.